Hello everyone, welcome to my video today. I wanted to do a video on decluttering your craft room and organizing it. I got this idea from my sister who asked me if I would help her declutter her craft room. And so I've done this in the past and decided to make a video on it and share some ideas with you. So the hardest part of decluttering is starting. Raise your hand if you agree. And the second part, hardest part, is throwing things out or getting rid of the clutter, right? We buy things because they're pretty and we like them and we're going to use them and we don't want to throw them out necessarily. Is your craft room a mess? Are you stumbling over everything on the floor? Do you have to move stuff off the desk so that you can create something? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this video is for you. I have 4 tips. Actually, I have at least 5, maybe 6. So let's get started. My first tip is if you have a big mess, don't make it bigger. Just start small. And the first thing you need to do, like I said, is get rid of stuff. So I need to get rid of a few of my stamps and embossing folders. So what I would do is make 3 piles. So this pile is one I'm going to sell. This pile is stuff I'm going to donate or give away. And this pile is stuff that I want to keep that I just can't part with. So make 3 piles, and if you need, this is just small so it fits in the camera, but if you need some boxes or bags or whatever, have your keep box, your donation box, and your selling box, and start putting stuff in them. Then the next part of this tip is to not to make a bigger mess. So say you want to organize the closet. The closet is a pretty big area, and you could just pull everything out of the closet and have a really big mess on your hands. So break it down into parts. Say on the top shelf you have containers full of things. Go through each container first and get rid of the clutter in them. And then you probably would be able to get rid of a container or 2 and organize your top shelf. And then go to the bottom. So in my closet, I have some videos that I've shown my craft room in before, and I will link those in the description. But I have shelves, so then I would go down to the shelves and start on one side of the closet and declutter that. Then I would move to the other side and declutter that, so that I'm not just pulling everything out, putting it on the floor, and having a big more mess that I have to climb over. So tip number 2, find a place for everything. I had these cute little drawers, and I needed a place for my re-inkers, and they fit perfectly. So I have them organized by color. There's my blues and my greens and my purples, and there's some reds back here. And they're all, so when I need to go ink up my ink pads, I know where the colors are, and it's much quicker to find than if they're all just a big jumble and I have to sort through or look through every single one instead of just looking through the blues or the greens. So find a place for everything. Now you don't need to go out and buy new things. I have this plastic box I've had for a long time, and I just decorated it so it looked fun in my office with my color scheme. Just used pattern paper that I had left over. And in these drawers, I store my embellishments, my sentiments, stickers, background die cuts. These are more die cuts. So there is a place, and I didn't go out and buy this. I had it. So reuse what you already have. I have this spice jar. I didn't go out and buy it either. It was an extra. And so I used it for buttons. In fact, I have several of these, and they have different things in them. This you've probably seen. It's a yogurt jar. I love this yogurt. And I put some of my flowers in there. And I like these lids. I think they're really cute. And so I saved one each of the lids. And I have these jars sitting on a shelf. They look pretty because they're organized, and they have a cute little lid on them. And you can put your embellishments, ribbon, buttons, all kinds of things in jars. And then I have this can that it was a vegetable can. I just covered it again with the paper that matched my theme and some lace. And I can store my brushes and things in my can. So that is very inexpensive ways to organize your craft room and not to have to spend a lot of money. Also put things in drawers. I have one little drawer here that I took out. If you watch my videos, you'll see the cabinet I'm talking about. And I just have all these little odds and end things. They're in containers, and they're organized in a drawer. Okay, and I have this box where, again, I covered it with paper. And I store all my scrap pieces of white paper in here because we need white a lot. And so this is an easy way to store it. It's not cluttering up my desk, and it's easy to go find a piece that I need. Okay, tip number 3 was, I think we just talked about, organize by color, category, and most used. My ribbon is stored in a drawer, and my paper is stored on shelves. All right, let's go to tip number 4. Clean up your desk. Oh, I can't talk this morning. Clean up your desk after every project and put stuff back in its place. So my desk can be quite a mess when I'm creating. I'll have my stamps and my embossing folders and my die cuts and my glue, my scissors, and my stamp platform, just all kinds of things scattered all over my desk, plus my papers and the tools I'm using. Everything is just scattered all over, and I cannot go and just leave my desk a mess. So I clean everything up when I'm done or when I have to stop. Most of the time it's when I have to stop, go fix dinner or whatever. And so I have these little trays. I will put a link to these trays because you can still get them. And I put my project in the tray, and I put whatever tools I'm using. So if I don't have any out right now, but say I was using the die cuts and the stamps, I would just stick those right in the tray. If I had some coloring utensils I was using, I would stick them in the tray. That way, everything would still be together. I wouldn't have to go look, I wouldn't have to get it all out again and go look for the colored pencils or markers that I was using and guess and end up with the wrong color, because I would just store it in here, and then when I'm ready to come back to it, I just pull it out of a shelf I have it in, and there I am, I'm ready to go again. Sometimes I find that other things come up and I have to do other projects before I can get back to this one. And so if I have my desk cleaned off and I don't have the clutter left over, I'm ready to start and I don't have to declutter or clean it off so that I can do the next project. Tip number 5, make your craft room a fun place to be. So I showed you with the papers, I took a theme and decorated some of my plastic boxes. I have a shelf that I put my crafts on that I've made. I made this cute little jar. It sits on a shelf. I have lots of cards because cards are the main thing I do. And these sit on a shelf also. And my rule is that when I am ready to display a new card, I take one of these out and put the new one in, and that way it still stays neat and uncluttered. So decorate it in your style. Keep your craft area clean and comfortable and inviting. You will find yourself spending more time in your room. My final quote for you is, owning less is better than organizing more. I know you can do it. I know it's hard, but you can do it. So go out, and there's a start for you. I hope that this video was helpful. Please share it and subscribe. And thank you for watching today. And I will talk with you later. Have a good day.